Now that we've covered the asset information requirements, let's zoom in on the project level. The project information requirements, or PIR. Imagine you're running a complex construction project and you've got lots of different teams working at different stages and key decisions need to be made along the way. Josh, what do you see on projects?
Well, then there is no clear PIR in place. It's like being trapped in a web of information. It becomes really difficult to align the project goals with the information available.
The key issue is the lack of clarity on what information is relevant, leading to incomplete or inaccurate PIRs, and sometimes collecting and organizing data manually and ensuring ISO 19650 compliance and aligning the diverse needs of stakeholders often complicates things further. As the project evolves, keeping the PIR up to date becomes increasingly difficult, especially as new information need arises as project progress.
Yep, but don't worry, we'll show you how you can create an effective PIR.
So once we understand the project scope and purpose, the next step is to align the PIR with the OIR, with the organizational information requirements. This will ensure that the PIR not only supports the project, but also reflects the strategic objectives and policies of the organization. For example, if the project is a new animal enclosure for a zoo, the PIR should consider requirements like permits related to animal welfare, safety regulations, and key milestones like habitat inspections or environmental impact assessments.
Once we have the scope aligned with organizational goals, it's also crucial to define when critical decisions need to be made and what information is required at those key points. Say, for example, in a zoo project, selecting the main contractor to build a new animal enclosure is a significant decision point. You would also have milestones like submitting environmental permits or finalizing habitat designs. So by setting these information delivery milestones, you make sure that everything is in place when it is needed. For the casino project, decision points might include appointing a contractor for high security installations.
Next, it's essential to define the project-specific information needs that the fund begins. These will naturally vary depending on the project's objectives and scope. Tailoring this information makes sure that the PIR is fully aligned with what the project aims to achieve. For instance, you might need detailed information on energy performance to assess sustainability. This could include data on ventilation systems, humidity control, and overall energy usage.
And finally, before bringing on consultants or contractors, it's crucial to review and finalize the PIR. This step gives the project a clear roadmap before any appointments are made. This way, when contractors come on board, they know exactly what's expected to meet the project standards.
Absolutely. So we start to understand what the items are, how they're delivered, what form, what format, what milestone. And in order to do this, we need some way of describing them and documenting them. So we have a template inside of Planoly to help you to do this. Let's dive in and take a look. The PIR, if we add it to the project, it can be another tab, or you can actually integrate some of this with the EIR. It's up to you whether you want to keep it as a separate document or whether you start integrating them all together. And here in the docs section, you can quickly add that template with a single click. And once you have the template, you can start building on it, customizing it with each section to make it fit your specific project needs. This makes it easy to get started without having to create everything from scratch. And here is an example that's completed. We'll give you access to this. You can see all the critical information is organized in one place, all the project objectives and the key milestones, all the way through to the detailed requirements. We've included the breakdown of all the key decision points so that everyone knows when crucial approvals are needed, and everything is laid out clearly, making it easy for team members and stakeholders to access and understand what is expected on that project. With Planoly, your team can use a well-defined roadmap that's been curated by experts, making collaboration smoother and ensuring that each requirement is easily accessible and understood by everyone on the project. So remember,
don't plan late.
Plan early.
With Planoly. We'll see you on the next one.